You ever stepped into a place that felt like it was watching you? As if the walls carried whispers from the past, shadows clinging to secrets no one dared to speak of. Some houses don't just stand, they remember. I am Detective Drayk, and I've seen places where time refuses to move on, where every floorboard creak is a story untold, and every gust of wind through a shattered window carries the echo of something sinister. This case took me to one such house, a house that refused to be silent. The new owners had barely moved in when they started noticing strange occurrences, objects shifting, murmurs in the night, the feeling of being watched even when alone. At first they dismissed it as paranoia, until they found the bloodstains, faint, almost scrubbed away by time. But time doesn't erase everything, does it? That's what I always say. History leaves fingerprints, and it was my job to read them. Years ago, a brutal murder had unfolded within these walls. A family vanished overnight, no trace, no goodbye, just a hollow house left behind. The case had gone cold, buried under layers of dust and forgetfulness. But houses don't forget, and neither do I. The moment I stepped inside, I could feel it, that weight, that presence of something unresolved. The air was thick, heavy with a story begging to be told, and then I saw it. A single, untouched piece of furniture in an otherwise empty room. A wooden chair, standing there like it was waiting for someone to return. I ran my fingers across it. That's when I noticed something odd. The wood, smooth in some places, but rough and splintered in others, as if someone had gripped it too tightly, as if someone had been forced into it. That was my first clue. Digging into the past, I found reports that had been overlooked. A neighbor who had heard screams but never spoke up. A missing persons report that had been buried under bureaucratic neglect. And a photograph, an old faded snapshot of a man who was never found. As I pieced together the fragments, the house spoke louder. The whispers weren't whispers at all. They were the groans of an old crime, desperate to surface. And then I found it, hidden beneath the floorboards, a rusted key. Not just any key, one that led to a basement door, long forgotten. What I found down there was the answer to a mystery that had been waiting in the dark for years. A body, decayed, yet preserved by time itself. The missing man, his fate sealed within the house that refused to let go of its past. The evidence was undeniable, and the truth, it was chilling. This wasn't just a house, it was a witness, a silent observer that had stored every scream, every plea, every desperate struggle. And finally, after all these years, justice was served. Some cases never truly go cold. They just wait for the right eyes to see them, the right hands to unearth them. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the past is never really buried. It lingers, waiting for someone like me to listen. Tomorrow we walk into another case, another story, another shadow that needs a light. Until then, stay sharp, stay curious, because the truth, it always finds its way out.